Alrighty, first I want to say I did not realize how overdue I was for a vlog. I deadass thought that it had only been like a few months, maybe 6 months max. I didn't realize we're at basically almost a fucking year since I did a vlog. I did not mean to do that. I've been going through a bunch of bullshit as usual, so I just didn't realize. I forgot to check. I thought I had a reminder in my calendar, but I fucking guess not. I don't know what fuck's been. I don't know. Anyways, so again, I'm sorry that I took so long. So I'm supposed to be doing it like every 4 months. Like that's what the goal that I set and what we kind of agreed to with the community post with the change. We called that fucking post tab instead of, I don't know why they just decided to change the title, which is like, girl, what? But anyways, if you don't know who I am, my name is Sebastian. I make music, I make content. I have a lot of skills, but I don't always work on them. I don't always admit how skilled I am, but right now I am just because might as well. I have a lot of goals. This year, I definitely wanted to grow this channel, of course. You know, generally grow on my different platforms and everything. Get that music out there, make some more music, get better at making music. I want to release some rap songs. I released like a hip hop song, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it could have been better. And on top of that, like I said, that was more like hip hop. It wasn't quite like a rap, but like I want to definitely release like some trap music. I want to release some R&B type shit. I want to release some soul. I want to make like a wedding type song to be real good. You feel? If I can, I would absolutely love to collab with somebody this year. That would be awesome. I'm willing to wait, of course, because like I want it to be with someone that, for one, knows what they're doing, and if there's something that they don't understand or they don't have much experience with, that they're honest about that, they're patient, and they're reasonable. Because a lot of people just do not fucking know how to cooperate when it comes to creative projects, or even not so creative projects, which is extremely fucking frustrating. I'm a Virgo and an INFJ. I need you to work with me. That is, I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, you know. If we agree to do shit at a certain time, then we should be doing it at that certain time. You can't just be calling me any hour or emailing me any hour or texting me any hour if I said, hey, blah, 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 blah. See, it's one thing if you're just reaching out and trying to have a conversation. It's another thing if I specifically told you, hey, these 2 days a week at these specific times, that's when I can do studio work. That's when I can work on whatever song or album or whatever we're trying to work on. And then you decide to fucking message me on a totally different day, totally different time. Like, oh, you ready to get to work? Fuck no, I'm not. I literally gave you basically a schedule of when I'm available. It's just like if I give my availability to a regular ass job. If they try and schedule me on a day that I'm not available, you think I'm gonna just come in? No, I'm gonna be like, hey, so remember when I gave you this very specific availability that was extremely clear and it told you when I was not available? Exactly. You already know what the deal is. And especially if you're like a forgetful person or careless, you needed to get together. You need to have boundaries. You need to respect people's boundaries. You need to respect people's time, their efforts, their skills, and make notes. Whether you're putting them notes in your phone, you're putting the notes in the calendar, you're putting notes on your fucking wall in front of your fucking desk or whatever, you just respect people. But anyways, let me try to stop ranting. I just got a new job that I did not start yet. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just cause I don't feel like it, low-key. Like, it's nothing bad or anything, but it's definitely something that I never specifically done. So that's gonna be different and somewhat exciting. And the shifts aren't gonna be, the shifts have a general cap, so that's good for me and my health, because my health is kind of fucky wucky. I have EDS, partial arthritis, chronic fatigue, and I've been injured many times in the course of my life, unfortunately. So I struggle with different things, unfortunately, and it doesn't always feel like it's in my control, of like how I can handle the day and all that stuff, and being in pain pretty often or being uncomfortable really sucks. Especially if you like have to be at a job because like you can't afford to call off, or you can't afford to go home early, or your job, has assholes for management and doesn't let you go home early or let you call off. That kind of shit is super fucked and makes everything even worse. I'm gonna try and damn. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, we cannot ignore this shit. What the hell? What the fuck? Anyways, that was really distracting. And I know I might seem a little up myself right now, but to be honest, it takes a lot for me to, one, stay alive, two, try to improve on my body, and three, feel good about different parts of my body, because I'm also trans. So I experience dysphoria, and that's extremely difficult for me because it's something that I think about like every day. And then of course people always gotta say some bullshit, so somebody always gotta talk shit or be an asshole or be weird, be creepy. So that of course does not help things, because like how are you supposed to stop fucking thinking about something if a bitch is fucking bringing it up? Like the fuck. Anyways, there's times where I'm like, stuff don't bother me, but for one, it depends on what it is. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm gonna just assume it was fucking birds or something outside. Also, I know I'm cussing a lot right now. My apologies. I'm just feeling very passionate, I guess. Also, I'm a little bit overheated because it's actually hot today. Like, it took forever for it to like be somewhat consistently warm, and it went from warm to now it's hot already. So this shit jumping, like that global warming is not playing with us. Anyways, as far as video games go, I have still been playing Valorant almost every night. I had to skip it more often than usual recently because I just moved. I've been playing Fortnite still. Sometimes I take like a month before I play that shit, but I've been getting back into it because, yeah, I've just been getting back into it. I started playing Outlast Trials, which is really stressful. I have been playing Back for Blood, but I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I played Back for Blood. It's really good though, I love it. I just wish that you didn't have to pay extra for the expansion pack, because honestly, considering like the way that the game is, I feel like after you reach like a certain amount of playtime, or after you completed this many quests, the expansion pack should like attach itself and let you fucking just do the extra levels and shit, because it's just like when you play like Saints Row or whatever, and you've completed like 80% of the quest and everything, and you're like noticing that there's like less for you to do, or like Grand Theft Auto, and like you notice that there's less for you to do. Like you can still fuck around and everything. And like also there was this Transformers game I used to play on the Wii, and that was like kind of the same thing. But anyways, so like you're making progress, but like you're just to the point where like there's not really much else for you to do besides like up the difficulty a hell of a lot, but you're just doing the same shit. So like just let me play the fucking expansion packs. Like, do I love the game? Yes, I do. Will I play it for a long time? Probably. But, and by long time I don't mean like 6 hours or 8 hours or something, because that physically doesn't feel good for me. And by that I mean my hands and my wrists are fucked up, so it's very difficult for me to play video games for more than 3 or 4 hours, like max usually. Sometimes even like 30 minutes or an hour, it just feels fucking awful and I just give up. But usually, if I want to play more than one game in a day, I have to be so careful that I'll like try and take a break in between, like just to make sure. And like I have pain meds, I have supplements, I have wrist supports, I have a thumb support since my thumb got injured last fucking year. I think it was last year. It was last year or the year before. Whoa. Damn, my shit's been fucked up a long time. Like, I know that doesn't seem like a long time to you, but like I said, I've been injured multiple times and I have multiple health issues. So when all that just piles up on each other, it definitely feels like a lot and it makes a big difference. Because, like, it's one thing if you're dealing with one issue, it's another thing when you're dealing with like 5 issues or 10 issues at once. Because on top of whatever emotional stuff you might be dealing with, that's like not related to your physical health. It's just, but let me go back to conversation from other videos that I've had and just throw in that you have to remember that all of your health is connected. Your physical health can affect your mental health can affect your physical health, etc., etc. So definitely be careful, be mindful, which is basically the same fucking thing, my dumb ass. Sorry. So be careful, and really think about what you need, what you want, and what actually works for you. I definitely recommend taking notes of things or taking pictures or whatever. I got into a habit about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, possibly even longer than that, where I now record what I eat and drink almost every day. And when I say almost every day, I mean there's probably only been like 4 days in the last year and a half that I skipped. But so like I'll mark down foods, candies, my supplements that I took that day, my drinks that I took that day. As far as like tracking numbers and all that shit, I do a lot of it in my head or just like generating like, okay, blah blah blah, whatever. Because for me, considering everything that I do in my life to like try and take care of myself, it would be way too much for me to also track my macros and my calories to like exact numbers and shit. And I know there's apps and everything for that, but that's not me. That's not something I want to do. I don't give a fuck, especially since I'm one of those people where I'm trying to build. Always lean bulk. I'm always aiming for a lean bulk. I'm not trying to lose any weight at all, ever, because why would I do that? Why would I do that? I weigh fucking 17 pounds less than my goal right now. And I'm not gonna tell you how much I weigh right now because I don't wanna. But if you ask me another time, I may tell you. And if you DM me, then I also may tell you. But yeah. Too many thoughts. That happens to me a lot. Damn, we're already almost at 15 minutes. I don't know if I want to put the effort into. I'm gonna just let it auto caption, I think. Because I don't feel like doing all that shit. Like, I might put some notes like, hey, side note, blah, 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 or something. But I don't know, girl. I don't want to do too much editing. Because editing is fucking exhausting. Like, I enjoy it. And I love when my results look like good or sexy or cool or whatever. But especially once you get past a video that's like 2 minutes, depending on how much content is in it and what all you're doing to it, it's just too much, girl. And like, I know a lot of my videos like seem or look really simple, but like there's some stuff that like it takes way more effort than you might guess or think. Like, say that in one video there was text and a song and 4 photos and 2 videos, right? So with that text, I have to decide timing that makes sense to me, decide sizing that makes sense to me, colors. I want it to look visually reasonable, so I don't want it to blend in with the background too much. I don't want it to look ugly. I don't want it to not match. I don't want 50 fucking colors on the goddamn screen, because I don't really like that a lot of the time. And decide, like, if I want it to have a certain animation when it comes in, animation when it goes out, how long is that gonna last, that type of shit. And then on top of that, if you're having multiple different text things, you want it to flow reasonably or properly in the video so that it makes sense when someone's like watching or listening or whatever, whether there's like talking or singing or whatever. And then, like, most likely with photos, I either do a little bit of editing or sort of a lot, depending. And I'm not saying like I'm like changing how my face looks or anything like that. When I edit photos, usually it's to like change the background, or because like I'm not really into changing the colors unless it's like too pink, because I don't really like pink like that for myself. Like, I may try and get it to be more purple, and if say I'm trying to make something like a vibrant red, a lot of times I'll have to do a lot to make it like more of like a proper red, because I don't like when it's too orange, because that icks me out. Because like, if I'm trying to get red, I want it to be red. I don't want there to be so much orange in there. And I know a lot of people are colorblind and not artists, and they don't fucking understand the difference between colors and all that bullshit, which is irritating, because bitches will be fucking trying to argue with me about shit. And it's like, girl, I'm looking with my eyes. I don't think you're looking with your eyes. And we're not about to go back and forth about this, because I'm right at the end of the day. Anyway, sorry for any background noise you're hearing. I tried to pick a time where there hopefully wouldn't be any background noise, and I better not hear shit else after this. But this video long as fuck. As far as romance go, I'm still polyamorous, always will be. I'm taking things, I'm being a lot more chill than I usually would. I've definitely slowed this merry-go-round a lot. I definitely haven't really been chasing people, because like, and by chase I mean like when there's someone that I see and I'm like, ooh, I gotta get them, and like I still do that obviously, because like I'm somebody who's gonna risk people up, and I'm gonna go after what I want type shit, you know. The wolf inside me. Anyways, oh yeah, that's good. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna say if I'm single or in a relationship right now, because I don't feel like it. And the last time I fucking said something about it, we broke up like 1 or like 3 months later or some shit. But that's because they were not up to par, bro. I be dating some fucking immature ass fucking people, but I'm getting better with that, because I'm learning to leave faster. I'm doing better with boundaries. I'm doing better with respecting myself. I'm doing better with picking better people in the first damn place, and just like stuff like that. Like, all around, I'm a better person, better partner, looking for better for myself, because I refuse to settle. You will not catch me settling. And if you do, it's gonna be extremely temporary. That's gonna be what I call a stepping stone. As in, that shit is temporary, and I know it's temporary, and the moment that I can move on, I will. Because that's how I do. Once I can leave a situation that I'm uncomfortable with, or I don't like, that feels like I'm trapped or being extremely let down, I'ma leave. I will leave. Again, when I was younger, that was a lot harder, of course, you know, because less experience, more insecurity, less strength, less mature, all that bullshit. Anyways, there's plenty of other stuff that I could talk about, but y'all might as well just motherfucking goddamn read the description. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you got any comments or whatever that's respectful, go ahead and say it below. If you want to ask me something privately, you can DM me on Instagram because I will reply as long as you're respectful, honest, and direct. Please do not beat around the goddamn bush. Please do not be disrespectful. And please don't just tell me lies for no reason. Like, girl, because I do not fucking like liars. Like, that's a quick way to make me either be distant or not fuck with you at all. Like I'm gonna be like, you gonna have to stay 16 miles away from me because I ain't dealing with that shit. I'm not wasting my time with that. Be honest. Damn, I keep having too many thoughts at the same time. My shit's crashing. And when I say my shit, I mean my brain. Side note, I'm autistic. Also, you know how people will be like you'll be watching a YouTube video, right? And like 5 seconds in, they haven't even fucking told you nothing yet. They haven't done shit yet. And they're like, subscribe. I'm never gonna do that shit. Promise you, I'm never gonna do that shit. Because you haven't watched the video yet. Why the fuck would I say, oh, subscribe to me? You haven't watched the video yet. There's nothing to fucking subscribe to besides the fucking face and voice. That's some dumbass shit. That's like, you know, you're selling something, right? And it's a product that's supposed to do this, this, and this. And you like go like, and then you say, hey, you should buy that from me. I saw it for 2.5 seconds and you didn't tell me shit about it. Like, no, I'm not gonna buy that. Give me some info. Let me actually look at it, inspect it, blah, 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 decide if it's worth my time and my money. Like, girl, be for real. I can't stand that shit. And the fact that people still do that shit in 2025, I don't know. It's one of my pet peeves. Like, that should be irritating the fuck out of me. Anyways, girl, much love to you. If you like my posts often, thank you. If you comment on my shit often, thank you. If you listen to my music, thank you. If you love me, thank you. I appreciate any and all support always. If you want to donate to me, you can go to my PayPal. You can go to my Spotify, which is connected to my PayPal. And if you can't afford to donate but you want to donate, just go to my playlist named Watch These Videos to Help Seb Earn Money. Or just listen to my music, and that would help me. That would be enough. Okay? But again, you don't have to do any of that. Do whatever feels right, feels honest. That is not mean. Okay? Yeah. Mwah. And that was only a kiss on the forehead if you want it to be. If you don't want it to be, it didn't happen.